Hello, colleagues. Let's talk about CV crafting when you only have worked for one company or two company and you've got more than 10 years of experience or 20 years of experience. Today, we're focusing on that. Colleagues, welcome back to Career and Corporate Hub. So looking at a CV that, or rather of someone who has worked for one company, it can be very tricky. You may find that you've occupied one position for the last 10 years and you're looking for growth. Either you are looking for a job in a different company or you are looking for a position in your company. It becomes more tricky when you are looking for a job in a different company, because if you've got more than 10 years of experience and then the amount of responsibilities that you have are only a handful, like maybe you only have like less than 10, that's what you've put on your job description. This can be very, very tricky, when you're trying to apply for a job, or not even tricky. It cannot be easy for you to get shortlisted, because the question would be, you were probably complacent, like in your position, because for 10 years, if that's the only thing that you were doing, then it becomes sort of like, it won't make it stand out. So the best thing that you can do is put in the core responsibilities, put in projects, like projects that you've done when you have occupied that role. Break the projects down and try to expand and make your CV long. So if you do it that way, it would allow you to have more blocks of the part that you've covered. So you can break down your experience. Like, for example, if you're student in someone's position, because sometimes it happens, you stand in for a year, you stand in for 6 months, then you can also put in those responsibilities. So try to expand and break it down in terms of like the period. For an example, if you're running a project for that took like 6 months in terms of like achieving the milestones, then you can put it like project what you put like the name of the project, and also listing the responsibilities that you had to do in order for you to achieve that project. So that would allow you to expand on your CV, because if you've been in one position for like 10 years or 5 years and you're only showing 5 or maybe 10 responsibilities, then that does not make your CV stand out. So by expanding that this way, trust me, it will make your CV stand out. And if you are looking for websites that can help you to craft your CV, to be honest with you, this is not a paid video, but one of my favorite websites is Zeti. So what I love about Zeti, when you are crafting your CV, you can import the CV that is existing, and then it sort of like puts it into different templates. So you can choose the templates. And this is also great because looking at the audience that you're trying to accommodate when you are crafting your CV, then it allows you to play around with the templates. If the audience, or rather the target market, want a CV with a picture, then you're able to put in your picture, you're able to remove your picture, you're able to play around with your picture. I think I've seen a lot of people suggesting that you can use Canva for a CV. Canva works, but it is a lot of work also. You cannot change your templates as well. I think also resume.com. I think that's also one of the CV websites that you can use. So those are some of the websites that I honestly use when I'm crafting my CV. And now looking at the era that we're in, AI, do you think someone is still literally looking at your CV and reading through it to see if you're the right candidate? I mean, we've spoken about ATS. ATS. What is ATS again? Oh my gosh, sorry. Application tracking system. Yes, ATS. So before, a lot of people were saying that don't put a picture, don't put this, don't put that, because ATS won't accept it. Literally, AI has evolved. What AI was not doing last week is literally doing it today. And in terms of you looking at what you can put as your skill, please keep checking the skills that are relevant, and reading what is required is also very, very much important. I'm sure there's like a better way to even look at your CV without the manager literally having to like put it into the ATS system. There's like better systems now, like the way AI is advancing. Yeah, try to reach out to people, guys. Focus on networking. Don't just send out your CV. I remember when I was looking for a job, the one that I'm in now, in China. I was literally looking for positions online. And when I see a job being advertised, I would contact HR to find out who is the hiring manager. Can you please help me get hold of the hiring manager? And I would get in contact with the hiring manager, send them an email. I would like to meet you to understand what the role is about. This is my qualification. This is why I'm applying. Why you applying is very important. I would put like a proper storyline that would make the hiring manager want to meet me. And also, I had people that were also in high positions, like literally sending my CV out because I explained why I need a job abroad and my story then could sell. So a strong storyline is very important. That's why part of your career summary should have a very strong line. If somebody wants to read your CV, they see the summary that you have, like from what you've done, the numbers, they are able to quantify your achievements with numbers, then it makes your CV stand out beautifully. One thing that you can do right now, import your CV with, into ChatGPT or any chatbot and ask for feedback. It will give you great feedback on where you can improve your CV. But don't use the actual template that you've received from a chatbot. I mean, at this stage, as I'm talking now, the CV template in chatbot is it's not great. Like, it hasn't done like a great job in terms of the CV template. I'm sure you can also prompt it to give you like a better template. It can do that, I'm sure, because I'm always like using literally chatbot, improve this, improve that until you get the result that you want. It's very much capable of that. I mean, as we're talking now, I think research shows that chatbot has studied the internet. But one thing that obviously is still lacking is getting the actual, like, for example, if you're looking for a presentation, you cannot really get like a proper presentation, well written, crafted out. That's why I always advise that if you're looking for representation, go to the presentation websites, AI websites. They can give you beautiful presentations. If you're looking for CV, go to CV websites. They can give you like exactly what you're looking for. Because sitting and crafting your CV from something that you could just import your CV that is existing and just edit there and there and look at the market that you're looking for or job adverts that you're looking for and edit. That can be very quick. The reason why AI is existing is to make our life easier. And don't sit back and say, I don't want to cheat. It feels like I'm cheating the system. Hey, AI is here. And if you don't move, if you don't improve and you try to be up to the speed, then it's going to affect your productivity. It's going to affect your efficiency because that has to improve as well. So yeah, I've done a lot of videos on CV writing for job hunting, because for me, I believe that CV is not going to do much. Your CV is not going to do much. You need to build that network, more especially if you're looking for a specific position. There's a difference between job hunting for just a role and job hunting for a role that you really want in the future. Completely different things. So the way you would job hunt would be different. And also now it's also not easy to get a role because the market is very competitive because of the unemployment rate. The unemployment rate is on another level. Every day every Monday on Link FM, we talk about different topics, how you can also improve your skills to become more marketable, which is also very important. But just be familiar with AI. Now people are also using podcast as part of their selling point when they are doing a job searching, because some people are lazy to read now. They just want to look at, listen to an audio. Hi, I'm Kodani Tlajoyo. I'm from, I wanted to say South Africa. This is what happens when you're living in like somewhere else. When you ask my kids where you're from, it's like South Africa. So, but yeah, this is what happens now. People just want to hear that short introduction about yourself. Is this somebody that can hire or not? And as part of like your CV template, then there's a portion that you can put a link of your podcast and also, or rather like your short introduction video or just an audio. And then there's another portion where you can also put your LinkedIn profile. Please update your LinkedIn. If you don't know how to update your LinkedIn, I've also put in a video where like a step-by-step on how you can make your LinkedIn profile stand out. I get a lot of offers for roles because of how my LinkedIn looks like. Yeah, use your LinkedIn also to engage with people. Don't just repost everything. And the difference with LinkedIn, if you want to be seen by, potential hiring managers, hiring companies, don't just follow. No. LinkedIn, when you follow, you are going to see their feed and they won't see your feed. So it's important that you make connections. Request for connection, like that connect. You must put in that plus button for connect, not for just following. So that's the difference with how LinkedIn work. And yeah, some people want to see what you get up to. I mean, I've engaged with some managers where they felt like, I don't trust a person who's job hunting who does not have a social media platform, because they want to also see what you do on your social media. So that's why it's very important that, you are very much careful of how you create your personal brand on social media, because some people want to connect with you from the brand that you've put in out there. So in conclusion of this video, I mean, this video was really more about how you can craft a CV when you have worked for one position or one company and have not really changed positions. And you know what? I actually, storytelling is very important. Or yeah, I think storytelling, because I changed positions like 3 times in the company that I was working for. And that was like in like 6 years, not even 3 times, 4 times, literally 4 times in 6 years. And when I remember when I was trying to seek for like more growth here, I presented my career roadmap, and then the first thing that the senior manager that I was presented to, like an executive, he was like, but you're always changing positions. And I had to explain that, look here, I started as a trainee and then I changed the position immediately to grow into like a technician. And obviously with my qualification and the role, the duties that I was doing, then I had to look for, like a promotion, because then this is where I should be actually. So I was able to like explain why, it happened, like good story tell. And luckily it was in the same department, and it was like growing, going up, climbing the corporate ladder, and not necessarily starting something and then leaving it behind, because also some roles involved projects, and then I would implement immediately after implementing, then I would move to the next role, implement, and then immediately after implementing or even finishing in one role, then I would move up as well. Yeah, storytelling is very important. So that's why also, if you've been in the same position for the last 5 years, 10 years, you need to have like a strong storyline why you were there. Like, learn to storytell, guys. If you master that, it is going to be easy for you to climb the corporate ladder, or rather just for career growth, because growth is different. It's not always vertical. It can also be horizontal. No, it's yeah, so it's not always up. It can also be like sideways. And this is where I see myself right now. Okay, let's remove the growth part. But anyway, colleagues, thank you so much for joining in. Yeah, so do make sure. So we are trying to get to 10,000, road to 10,000. Please help us to reach this milestone. I know once we get to that milestone, the more we grow, the better content we are going to create. Not even better content. It will allow you to bring, like for the podcast, you will be able to bring the guests that maybe currently declining because they feel like we're still small. So with your subscription, or with you subscribing, maybe it will help us to. So colleagues, please do make sure that you like, comment, and also share. I would highly appreciate it if you help us reach the milestone, because reaching that milestone will also allow us to bring in the guests that are doing the most in their careers. It will allow us to bring in more guests and also reach like a bigger audience. So thank you so much. Bye bye.